Hey guys, how you doing? Alan Kirby here. Finally made it home. It's now 3 something in the morning. We made it home about 2:30. It was a weird, interesting trip. It was good to see Mikey. That's how we started our day off. It was cool seeing him. Haven't seen him forever, so it was like a nice feel-good moment. So then we finally get to the beach. Nobody's answering the phone. Um, and we couldn't get a hold of anybody. And finally, we get a hold of them. They're at a water park. So we just walked around the boardwalk and we waited basically until, they were done. So we get there to their hotel finally. And everybody's like nowhere to be found except my mom and a cousin, or my niece Brianna. So we hung out with them for a little while. And basically, we waited for them to get back. And all they did all night was argue. My brother and his girlfriend argued all night long. As the kitty on the porch grubs down. She's so pretty. But back to what I was saying. They argued basically all night. And so then, we walk out of there because they're arguing. So my brother's like, oh, I gotta go take a break. I gotta walk away. I gotta relax. So first of all, we smoke a joint that I had on the balcony. Nobody said anything. So we go and we take the joint that he rolled. And basically, we took a little walk. Everything was good. We were almost done the joint. I see security walking over with some guy. And all of a sudden I smell it coming from somewhere. So I'm like, oh shit. Now they're going to say something to us. So the guy comes up. He walks up to my brother. And he goes, what do you have? And my brother's like, what? And the guy's like, what do you have, dude? And my brother's like, it's a little joint. He goes, put it out. So my brother's like, all right, whatever. So he put it out. So then it was awkward. And then he keeps like staring over at us. And everybody's out in the balconies like looking at us. So that was already weird enough. It was already bad vibes to begin with everybody arguing. It was just because everybody was sick of the beach. After a couple days of being on the beach, you just want to get home and you're sick of it. And everybody's like cooped up together and they start getting irritable and they start arguing. So then we get to the boardwalk and everybody keeps walking off and disappearing and arguing again. And so we go to dinner at Dough Roller. We all get together and go to dinner. So we're all sitting there ordering. And then my brother, of course, spills his drink all over the floor, which accidents happen. He didn't do it on purpose. So he spilled it on the floor. So it was already like another awkward night. It felt like it was just bad vibes today. That's what it felt like. It was just bad vibes. On otherwise a good trip. So that happened. And then, we all got done dinner. We walked up a little up the boardwalk. My mom and dad were arguing over a hoodie. Not arguing, but they were like fussing over a hoodie because my mom said she was cold, but she couldn't figure out, where to get a hoodie, and she didn't want to pull over. She wanted to zip up. And this one store said $5.99, nothing above $5.99. Well, my dad goes up to get her a hoodie. And at first it was $5.99. Then he tacked on a fee for the decal. Then he tacked on a fee for the actual hoodie. So it ended up being almost like $30 for a hoodie. And then they were trying to get some t-shirts or something, and it ended up being like 3 for $60, which is not really a good deal. So, that's where they get you. It's basically false advertisement. So then we were on our way home, and we're driving, and we get right up on a deer that's just standing there. So if we weren't paying attention, or we were tired and we dozed off, we would have just plowed into that freaking deer. But luckily we saw the deer in time. My girlfriend stopped, and a deer and her little baby that was in front of her just crossed by the road. So thank God we saw that, because that would have definitely messed the car up. It was just a long ride home. I barely got any sleep anyway. I was tired. I wasn't really cranky. Everybody else seemed to be cranky. And that's only because we had just gotten to the beach today, so we weren't really sick of it. They've already been there for like a couple days. So they've already done pretty much anything you can do, so they're sick of it. So now they're all testy. So we kind of walked in on bad vibes. But other than that, it was a good trip. It was a good day at the beach. It was just weird vibes all day. So I'm just glad to be home. And of course we get home, and this little girl right here comes running up to the car. So I was already glad to be home, and then it was cool that we named her Rogue, by the way, after the Marvel character. And she just come running up to the car. She's just so cute. But it was a fun trip. We did have a blast. Went down there, just hung out, took in the sights, took in the sounds. We enjoyed ourselves, me and my girlfriend. Even though it was kind of weird, bad vibes, we enjoyed ourselves. It was good seeing Mikey. It was good seeing Mikey's mom. It was awesome. Mikey, I'm sorry that we couldn't stop back through, if you ever watch this, because, it was just late. It was like 11:30 when we finally left, because nobody could decide what they wanted to do, where they wanted to eat, where they wanted to go. It took them forever to get out of the water park. It took us forever to meet up with him, because I kept calling them, or they kept calling me. I kept missing them. They kept missing me. So it was just one of them days. So Mikey, I apologize. We will come up again. We'll pick you up and we'll all go to the beach, I promise. It will not be the last that you see of us, because it was so good seeing him again. Mikey is a guy that he moved away a couple years ago. I've known him since we were kids. We grew up together, and it just sucks not having him around. I'm used to him being 5 minutes away always, to being, almost 2 hours away. So. But Mikey, I apologize that, I said we might stop back through when we left, but we just left too late because people kept fooling and farting around. A lot of shit happened. I apologize, but we will be back. I promise. And we will take you to the beach, and we'll do whatever you want to do, and we'll let you show us the sights and stuff that you wanted to show us, but it was cool seeing him. So, other than that, it was a good day. Even though it was weird at times, it was a good day. I enjoyed myself. My girlfriend enjoyed herself, and that's all that matters. We just needed a day away from stress. That's what we got, a day away from stress. But I'm tired, so I'm about to sign off, because it is literally 3:30 in the morning. So I'm getting ready to get my ass in bed and sleep and get ready to work tomorrow night. So hopefully you guys had a good Monday. I know I did. Hopefully you guys did something cool as well. I'm sure I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, but I'm gonna say good night for now. So I had fun. It was a pretty cool day. Anytime I can go somewhere outside of Elkton is a great day. I'm just tired, kind of running out of things to say, because my mind is just jumbled right now. I'm so exhausted. I probably got like 2 hours of sleep last night. And I haven't really been sleeping well lately, so my mind is just jumbled. So I'm gonna try to get some sleep, spend a little time with the girlfriend before bed. So yeah, hopefully well, it's day now, it's morning, not day, but it's morning. But I hope you guys have a good day today. It's no longer Monday, it's actually Tuesday now, so hopefully you guys have a good Tuesday. And if you have to work, hopefully you don't have to work that hard. If you're off, hopefully the day doesn't go too fast for you. Alright, well, I'm about ready to sign off, guys. Well, had a good day. Curb, and I'm out. And this is Rogue, and she's out. Sorry, I know I said I was signing off, but this is actually how our day started before we even went to see Mikey. I realized that I forgot to take my medicine, which is Zubsolv. It's pretty much like an opiate blocker, but pretty much when you start taking it, you have to keep taking it or you go through withdrawal. So we got halfway down there, and I start feeling like shit, and I'm like, man, I think I forgot to take my medicine. So I start freaking out, and we're calling all these pharmacies, and nobody's ever heard of my medicine. They're like, no, we don't have these in stock. So we ended up getting right into Mikey's town, which is Berlin, Maryland. And I just happened to turn my head and see a Walgreens. And I'm like, oh, there's a Walgreens right there. And Heather's like, well, should we try it? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if we should try it. And so we just happened to call it. And we were like, do you have any Zubsolv? And at first they were like, we don't know what you're talking about. And so we spelled it out, and they looked it up, and they're like, oh yeah, we do have your Zubsolvs. So I was like, jeez. So then we get there. They're like, well, we don't know if we take your insurance. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. I'm not going to be able to do anything today. I'm not going to be able to eat anything today. It's going to be a bad freaking day. And she looked it up, and she was like, oh yeah, you're fine. It's only $1. So we ended up getting my prescription, spare the moment, and fucking bumfuck Berlin, Maryland. So thank God that happened. But we actually spent quite a bit today. But we really didn't get too much on the boardwalk. But that's how our money spending started, just with $1. And then it all was downhill from there. You know, we mostly spent it on food and drinks and stuff like that. We didn't really spend too much money on stuff on the boardwalk, because every store pretty much has the same thing. But, you know, I got that Jason Kelsey shirt. She got some cool contact lenses that she wanted. But it all started off with that $1. It was all downhill from there. But it was just nuts. I was freaking out. And one Walgreens in the whole area had my medicine. So I just had to share that story, because that's pretty much how our day started, with me freaking out. But, hey, you know, we made out. We found it. One freaking store in the whole area in Berlin, Maryland. And I was able to get my Zubsolv. And I was a happy guy, and I had a good day. Alright, now I'm out, guys. Good night. Curb, I'm out.